welcome to the channel. I hope you're all well. Today we're going to tie a perdigón, and it's possibly the most simple of tyings, but also one of the most effective. In the vise I have a size 14 lightning hook and a 3.3 silver bead, and I'm tying with 10-0 black thread. I'm just going to mount the bead. As I said, this is obviously a silver bead, but as it's an all year round fly, you might like to change it to gold or copper in the summer months. But of course, if you are fishing for rainbow trout, it's maybe not so important. They don't mind a little bit of flash. And trim up this little bit of excess. Right, now for the tail, I'm going to use some coque de lion, and this is a medium pardo. So I'm just going to take off some fibres, just pull them out at 90 degrees and tear them off and tie them in. It's a little bit too long, so I'm going to pull that back. And continue binding them down to the rear of the hook shank. The fibre in. Get rid of that. Like so, and trim up the excess fibres. Right, now this does have a rib, and I'm going to use some fine pearl rib. This is flashaboo, fine pearl rib, and I've got a piece here, so I'm just going to tie this in and bind it down along the hook shank and trim up the excess. Right, I'm now going to create that perdigón shape, a conical shape for a perdigón. Just take your time. I mean, some anglers and fly tyers like their flies to be a little bit on the thicker side. I prefer mine to be thinner. So I'll just build this up to the sort of shape that I'm looking for. Like so. And before I put on the rib, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue along the top of the thread. Don't need a lot, just a dab. Now, some tyers put the glue onto the tinsel, but I found that some tinsels deteriorate with the glue, and in fact they can become quite brittle and break. So just open wraps up the body, up to the bead, and tie off the tinsel. And trim it up. I'm just going to create a little bit of a collar behind the bead before I tie it off, and then tie off the fly. And trim up the tying thread. Right, and now I'm going to put some UV varnish on this fly. This is a thin UV, which allows me to control it just a little bit better. that a zap. And it also allows me to give it a second coat without making it too thick. And then you have the finished perdigón. As I said, very, very simple, but very, very effective. Now, some anglers call this the máquina, or the machine. So you can call it whatever you like. I call it simple and efficient. I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't hesitate to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are not already a subscriber. Pass a comment, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for viewing. Bye.